It is morning at the great house of Collinwood. A night has passed that will cause many horrifying results for those who live here. For a witch hunter came back from the dead to right an ancient wrong. And during his exorcism, the devils flew from the witch. And now her husband, innocent and blameless, waits.
Good morning, Roger. Such a beautiful morning, I decided to go for a walk before breakfast.
Julia, have you seen Cassandra?
Not this morning.
Last night, then?
No. Roger, what is it?
Where can she be? The last time I saw her was in our room last night.
Well, perhaps she's visiting her friends in Rockport. I'm sure the door will open and she'll walk right in.
No, I've got this feeling.
Perhaps
Well, I shan't bore you with it.
Pay attention to the feeling.
Do you think so?
Definitely.
But it's so formless. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that something is going to happen. I just do.
Let's be logical. Who saw Cassandra last?
Vicky. She left Cassandra at 9 o'clock, alone. Then she came back. Cassandra had gone. Vicky thought nothing of this. I went to bed. I haven't been sleeping well, so I took a sleeping pill. It's something I seldom do.
Well, surely you can tell whether she's been in your room, the clothes she was wearing.
They aren't there. Julia, she's disappeared. Something has happened. I'm going to call the police.
Barnabas, thank goodness you're here.
No? Well, good morning, Julia.
I wanted to talk to you before the police came.
The police?
Yes. Barnabas, Cassandra has disappeared.
When?
Last night.
I don't believe it.
It's true. Roger's convinced that something's happened to her. You know he wouldn't call the police unless he was.
I can't believe it.
You're so used to thinking you're never going to escape her.
It is a fact of my existence, Julia.
But you have escaped her. I feel that.
If she has disappeared, and if it's possible for me to live out my life. No. I just can't feel it. In a moment, she'll come through that door with some absurd excuse.
If she's disappeared, then the Reverend Trask is responsible, Barnabas. He's finally gotten his revenge.
He took his revenge on me.
But he stopped.
For all we know, he's gone back to that other world.
Until he finishes with Cassandra, he can find no peace. You know that.
I wish I did.
If there was only a way we could know. Why doesn't he appear to us? Doesn't he understand that we want to know what has happened to him, that he has completed what he came here to do? Only there was some sign. Barnabas, the skeleton. His skeleton. When his ghost materialized, the skeleton disappeared. Don't you see? Don't you see? If he has taken Cassandra, if he has ended it all, then the skeleton will be hanging back in the place that it was. He will be at peace at last. Oh, then we'll know, Barnabas, if the skeleton is there, then you will be free.
Julia, if the skeleton is not there, then perhaps Trask will not rest until he finishes me, too. Oh, Julia,
Barnabas,
I'm almost afraid to look.
if she is gone and the skeleton is there, then you will be free. Barnabas, look.
It is true. He has done what he came to do. And Angelique is no more. Oh, dare I say it without expecting her to appear, to hear her laughter. If you still exist, Angelique, let me see you. No, she will never appear. Her cruelty will want me to hope.
You must hope, Barnabas.
Yes. Yes. I must.
There are absolutely no clues. That sheriff kept inferring that Cassandra and I had fought. That's ridiculous. There's absolutely nothing wrong between Cassandra and myself.
I'm sure you convinced him of that.
Oh, what is it about this family, Julia? We seem to attract trouble, tragedy even. And this has to happen when I'm so concerned about Elizabeth. Vicky said that she didn't even recognize Joe Haskell. She thought he was Lieutenant Forbes. Her obsession about death, like some kind of foreboding.
Roger.
There is no need to stop talking because I am here, Joshua.
Joshua?
I know whatever secrets you and the Countess may have.
Liz!
What did you call me? Liz? What kind of a name is that? I'm used to your neglect, Joshua, but I never thought the day would come when you'd forget my name.
Mrs. Stoddard.
Oh. You've both been plotting, I see. You're determined to drive me mad. Is that what you were talking about?
No,
You
Liz.
think if you lock me in a room that I'll forget about Barnabas?
No, Liz.
You want to lock me in a room like Millicent?
Millicent, these people are all dead.
Dead. Yes. That's what you'd have me believe, that Barnabas is dead. I believed you once, but not anymore. My son has been seen.
Barnabas is not your son.
You expect me to forget my own son? You ask too much.
You have no son, Liz.
You are cruel. Is he not? When Joshua says something, for a moment I almost always believe him. He speaks with such authority. Countess, when you came to our land, I had a son named Barnabas.
Mrs. Stoddard, I am not a countess. My name is Julia Hoffman.
You've been living in this house for months. I know who you are. Why are you doing this to me?
Not doing anything.
I have been very kind to you, Countess. When Josette died, my heart was as heavy as yours.
You must stop this.
No. It is you who must stop.
Liz, what has happened? What?
You must tell me that. Why are you keeping Barnabas from me? Lieutenant Forbes said that he had seen him, that he is not dead, and that you know where he is.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
We've got to stop her.
Yes, we must.
You are whispering again.
We are worried about you, Liz.
Is that why you won't tell me where Barnabas is?
He is at the old house, very likely.
That is true, Mrs. Stoddard. I've just left him there.
So you both admit it. Let me see him. I will go to him.
No, you cannot.
I must.
Liz, it is our Barnabas who is there, our cousin from England.
Oh, so that is the story now. Well, I will see for myself.
No?
I must. You can't stop me. I don't care what he is. I love my son, even if
What?
even if he is one of the living dead.
What did you say? That Barnabas is one of the living dead?
She doesn't know what she's saying.
What else could he be? I was with him when he died, and yet he still lives.
Oh, Liz, for my sake, for Carolyn's sake, please try to think clearly. Please. The Barnabas you talk about died 200 years ago.
So that is what our marriage has become. Lies and deceit.
Marriage?
Mrs. Stoddard, why don't you go to your room and lie down?
You can say that to me in my own house. Even you can order me about.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to order you.
I'm held in such little regard here.
That's not true.
He is silent. Well, I will show you, Joshua. You will see. You will miss me.
Liz.
Stop calling me that name. My name is Naomi. Have I nothing left? Have you forgotten that, too?
Oh, Liz.
Go after her.
Yes.
Agree to anything she says.
But what is wrong with her?
I don't know, but perhaps you should consider putting her in a hospital for observation.
Julia.
Clearly, she does not know what she's saying.
I could never put my own sister in an institution.
Then I think you will wish that you had.
She thinks that she is Naomi Collins. She actually said that I was one of the living dead. Julia, how can this happen? How can she reenact something that happened so very long ago? And what if she takes one step further? What if she makes a connection between the living dead
And vampire.
what if she tells Roger?
But you are not a vampire anymore.
What am I going to do?
I don't know. Nothing. I told you just because I thought you should know.
Yes, I should know. If Roger starts putting everything that she's told him together.
Then he will know that she is mad.
No. Roger knows more about the family history than she does, and she is actually telling it as it was. And she's saying things that no one else knows. And Cassandra is making her.
Barnabas.
You still think that she's gone, that the curse is over, don't you?
I don't know.
You want it to be, and so it is. Not very scientific thinking.
I suppose it isn't.
How else can all this be explained? Angelique, in this very room, not 3 hours ago, I said to you that if you are alive, let me hear your laughter. And for your own reasons, you remain silent. You remain silent for reasons.
You don't know that, Barnabas.
Who else? Who else could have taken her mind and put it back 2 centuries ago? What a fool I was.
Roger says he's been worried about Mrs. Stoddard, that she's been acting very peculiarly. Now perhaps Cassandra started, and then whenever Trask took her away, perhaps that this is simply the result.
No. She is still very much alive, and she will not be satisfied until Elizabeth says the word vampire.
You must go to the house.
And give Elizabeth a chance to accuse me?
Perhaps if she sees you.
No. What about me seeing her? What about my reliving that night? That terrible night when my mother...
Barnabas, what happened to Naomi Collins?
She took her own life rather than face what I had become.
Then you must go.
think that Elizabeth might.
Yes. Yes, unless you go.
But the sight of me might.
Might bring her back to reality unless you give yourself away.
Yes, I must be careful.
Just remember one lie, Barnabas. That Barnabas Collins no longer exists. And in a way, it's true. The vampire is dead, only the man lives.
Come with me.
Why are you doing this? Why? You must go to the desk now. Yes. Barnabas. Oh, my Barnabas. Now I can face you as you are.
There's no one here.
Barnabas. Barnabas, no matter how painful it is, you must tell me everything that happened that last night when your mother died.
Julia.
Step by step, it's very important. Now, where were you?
In the tower room.
She came there?
Yes.
At night?
Yes. It was about the same hour. There was a storm that night, too. Thunder and lightning stronger than I'd ever heard it.
You don't know what Naomi Collins did just before she came to your
No,
room, do you?
not for certain. But in the long nights that followed, I put the pieces together. She had written a note to my father just after the poison.
Barnabas, look. To Joshua, in her hand.
Quickly, the tower.
Barnabas, let me in, please. I must see you once. Please, Barnabas. Barnabas, where are you? Lieutenant Forbes told me if I came here after nightfall for some reason, you'd be here. Barnabas. Oh, no. No, not until you see him. No.
Elizabeth, what has happened?
Barnabas, hold me, my son.
Elizabeth, I am not your son, and you are not Naomi Collins.
You would have me even deny myself?
Elizabeth, you are under a spell.
No, not I. You. Joshua said you were dead, but you still live. Tell me what is true.
I am not under a spell, Elizabeth. Now tell me.
Why won't you tell me what happened to you?
Nothing has happened to me. But I am afraid for you. Now, you tell me.
I only did what I had to do.
Oh, Elizabeth.
I have no life here. She told me that.
Elizabeth, we must get you to a doctor
No,
quickly.
no, seeing you is enough.
It isn't. Now, Julia,
I'll keep your secret.
tell me what you took.
I don't know. It was in the drawer where I put it so long ago.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Oh, it's too late. Hold me.
Elizabeth. Julia, do something.